So in some places around the world, right now, this would be magic. If I took it back 100 years, it would definitely be magic. There are places I've traveled to where this would be magic. The ways we hide. The technology that's in your pockets, in your purses that you hopefully turned off. That's magic. I mean, really, do you understand it? Does anybody here have a clue as to how that stuff works? I mean, the fact that you can talk to somebody anywhere in the world, that you can send pictures, you can embellish them, enhance them, as you're playing your favorite music. Do you have a clue? Yeah, it's magic. The first time I was in Bali, it was 2001. I had the absolute privilege of being there for Molasti and for Nyepi. How many of you have been to Bali? So Nyepi is their New Year. It's an extraordinary time because in Bali, they celebrate the New Year in a way that we don't. For them, it's a chance to banish evil temporarily. What they do is the day before, they've spent weeks preparing these massive structures that are bamboo frames with papier-mâché over the outside that are then painted. And they're demonic presences. Some of them look like they came out of Alien with heads erupting out of bellies. They have huge, bulging, glowing eyes and fangs that are like this long and huge claws. And because of the way they're constructed, as they're carried on platforms by dozens of people, they sway and they move. And the arms and the heads move. And they actually seem to be alive. And when they finish parading them through the streets, and along the way they'll be tossing candy off to the children on the sides, who are terrified and shrieking and screaming and laughing all at the same time, and the adults who are really proud of the work that's happened and the magic that's showing up there in the terms of how this community has created these massive monsters. They march them to a soccer field or an open meadow and they set fire to them. An enormous conflagration, huge billows of dark smoke rises into the sky. And they party, they feast afterwards. And the next morning, it's like Sarah's favorite music. No cooking fires are lit. No cars, no motorbikes move. People don't walk in the streets. The airport is closed. Their desire is that when the demons that they have banished with this fearsome display of their intention return flying back over the water, they'll see an abandoned island and continue to pass over it, passing on perhaps to an inhabited island where they can wreak their havoc. A few days before that was Molasti. Molasti is when they ritually cleanse the sacred objects that are in their temples. And these are objects that have existed before any generation can remember. Bits like we carry in our Catholic churches, a relic, a bit of bone, dried blood, something like that perhaps, but I think theirs are a little bit more physicalized. They take these objects to be cleansed by putting them in carriages that are like Cinderella's enchanted carriage, gilded and carved and beautiful. And the entire village, everyone dresses in their finest clothing, and they go in procession. The miles it takes to get either to the river if they're inland or to the beach. As they step out of that golden beach with the azure blue water wavelets washing up on the shore, they walk across the really burning hot sand to the edge, and they stop. As I'm standing there, surrounded, there are thousands of people on the beach. Not only one, but many of these carriages have come. There are flags, multicolors, glittering and shining brightly in the sunlight. Near me, a man from the village who had moments before just been helping to push this carriage starts twisting his shape. He's contorting and strange sounds start coming from him. Guttural ones, shrieking sounds, and he starts to slash the air with a knife. 5 of the men from his village come and restrain him, hold him as best they can, but he's powerful. He's powerful beyond their strength. They all manage to get him into the water, where the waves come across his body over and again. They push him in and raise him up, and push him in and raise him up. He has spontaneously become the sacred objects. He becomes cleansed. The priest blesses him. The priest comes and blesses him. But still, as he leaves, he's staggering across the burning sand. He's staggering across the burning sands, trying to reclaim himself. We don't play with the shadow. We are afraid. We're terrified of the shadow. Our good always banishes evil. The hero always destroys the evil one. The magic in a culture that's ancient carries the knowledge that the shadow is always fierce, alive, devourer of children, beautiful, seductive, engaging, compelling. Not vanquished. I am Rhoda. I devour children. I am ally. I am fearsome enemy. When I returned to Bali the year before last, I had the honor of going to a village production of a barong dance. The barong is a wonderful, friendly, floppy lion creature. He's jovial. He reminds you a little bit of the courage. Courage. And he battles Rhonda. And when Rhonda emerges, she is not whoever put that mask upon her. She is not the one who is dressed in costume. Rhonda is there. And she will battle the barong. And there will be a fight with knives and no one knows who will win. And the villagers gather, and they feast. And there is a ritual, a play, an interplay, a certain courtiers-like grace of characters who parade and have dialogue and follow form as they wait and play. But when Rhonda emerges, they don't know how it will go. And I asked, who's been winning, good or evil? And they said, recently, Rhonda's been winning most of the time. And here in this city of angels, the shadow is everywhere. Here in this city of angels, she seduces us. She plays with us. She invites us. She's alluring. She's seductive. We try to limit our children's experience and exposure to her. But they're not fooled. They won't know.